Hey guys, what's up? I'm Erin and welcome back to the channel. There's a goal that a lot of us in the financial community aspire to, but very few actually end up accomplishing, and that is to become a 401k millionaire. Retirement account millionaires are a rare breed, with only about 1.6% of all 401k accounts boasting balances of at least $1 million. According to Fidelity, one of the largest retirement plan providers, less than 400,000 401k accounts and fewer than 350,000 of all types of IRA accounts have balances that exceed 7 figures. So how can you join this exclusive club? Well, let's explore this together. The first step on our journey to becoming a 401k millionaire is to enroll right away. The good news is that automatic enrollment is becoming more and more commonplace and will soon be mandatory on new plans. Currently, and shockingly, 4 in 10 workers with a 401k plan don't contribute to their plans. And for newbies to the financial space, enrolling is just the beginning. You actually have to select investments to go into this account because a 401k or an IRA are just account types. You actually have to choose investments to be held within this account. Some popular investments often held within these accounts would be things like target date funds or S&P tracking funds. Starting early is critical. Getting started early is like planting a financial seed that grows bigger over time, because compounding works best when given a really long time horizon. Compound interest is kind of magical because you earn interest not only on the money you contribute, but also interest you've already been paid on the account. So in a way, you get paid interest upon interest upon interest. It creates this snowball effect that just gets bigger and bigger and bigger as time goes on. Consider this chart showing what would happen if you invested $200 a month starting at the age of 25, the age of 35, or the age of 45. By starting at the age of 25, a simple $200 a month contribution can grow to over $500,000. By waiting to start until the age of 35, the portfolio is literally cut by more than half. And by waiting until 45 to start, the portfolio only grows to roughly $100,000. When you're working with a modest, everyday salary, it's often more important how long of a time horizon you give yourself to invest rather than how much you actually invest. And that's great news because you don't have to be an incredibly high income earner to become a millionaire. You just have to have good financial habits and give yourself a long time horizon. The second step is to make your contributions automatic. Designate a set percentage of your paycheck to go into this 401k account. And using a percentage-based model is really effective because anytime you get a raise, that will automatically contribute a few more extra dollars into your retirement accounts without you actually having to go in and adjust your contribution. And one of the best things you can do to reach this end mark milestone of becoming a 7-figure 401k plan holder is to be consistent, and making it automatic keeps you consistent. Consistency really trumps everything. You can start to get into the arguments of should it be index funds or target date funds or actively managed funds, but really at the end of the day, what's most important is that you're consistent. Everything else is a little bit of a nitty-gritty detail. It matters, but it doesn't matter as much as being consistent. As long as you're actively contributing on a regular basis, whether that's bi-weekly or monthly, do that year in and year out, and you can reach this goal. Now let's talk about the golden opportunity that far too many people overlook. Getting free money from your employer. Most 401k plans do offer an employer match, and generally that employer match ranges anywhere from 3 to 6% of your income, with the average generally hovering around 4.7%. But shockingly, 34% of participants are saving below the employer match. That is essentially leaving free money on the table. That's simply saying, I'm not even interested in capturing my full compensation from my employer. That is money that, if left invested, could substantially grow over time. The average amount left by an employee is around $1,300 per year. Over a 45-year working career, that seemingly small amount could snowball to over $500,000. Don't underestimate the power of an employer match. It is literally a 100% immediate return on your money, and if left invested, can grow to a truly substantial sum. Don't miss this opportunity. It feels like common sense to say capture the match, capture this free money, but still a third of all workers are leaving money behind, so it has to be said. The fourth step to becoming a 401k millionaire is discipline. Retirement accounts like the 401k typically have age restrictions on when you can access the funds within them penalty-free, and typically that age is 59 and a half. Now, some plans do offer you the ability to access the funds at 55, provided that you meet some criteria. But either way, these age restrictions are there for good reason. You're not supposed to touch these funds early. It's there to discourage you from withdrawing these funds early. However, many investors can't resist the temptation to borrow from their 401k plans, and this jeopardizes their ability to build wealth in the long term. Building wealth through your 401k is simple, but it's not easy. Easy means without effort. Simple means without complication. It is simple to set up this account, to contribute to it month after month and year after year, and let it be and let it grow to a substantial sum over time. But it's not necessarily easy to practice restraint, to live below your means, to thwart the temptation to use this money to pay for your wants and needs of today. The rules and restrictions are there for a reason. They're an attempt to be a barrier and help prevent you from touching these funds early. Stick to the plan, be disciplined, and try to not touch your 401k funds prematurely. The real magic happens when you allow this money to grow completely undisturbed over time. If you take money out in those prime compounding years, it's like you take one step forward by making your contributions, but then you take 2 steps back by taking this withdrawal out. Compounding really only becomes magical when you allow it to become interest upon interest upon interest. If you take the money out, it really defeats the purpose. Americans will pay over $6 billion in penalties by accessing funds in their 401k early. The number of 401k participants accessing their retirement savings early increased 27% since the start of 2023. 41% of 401k account holders withdraw at least some funds from their accounts when changing jobs, instead of completing a rollover into an IRA or a new 401k plan. Most of those cashing out withdraw the entirety of their 401k balance. In most cases, accessing these funds early comes with a 10% penalty. And also, if these funds are held in a traditional retirement account, not the Roth variety, you'd also owe taxes as well. When it comes to investing, you have to accept some risk. Investing in the market inevitably involves some volatility. Looking at your account balance over the course of a single year, or even the performance of the S&P 500 over a single year, might be daunting. For instance, let's look at the S&P performance for the year 2022. But it's crucial to zoom out. Over a 50 or a 60-year investing career, 1 year is just a blip on the radar. Inherently, it is very difficult to watch your portfolio drop 20 or 30%. If you have $1 million portfolio, that would be watching it lose $200,000 or $300,000 throughout the course of a year. That would give any investor pause. But realistically, this will happen a handful of times throughout your entire investing career. But you have to stay the course. You have to stay invested, because the alternative is sitting on the sideline, sitting in cash, and that carries risk too. It carries the risk that your money left sitting in cash will not keep pace with inflation. The purchasing power of your money sitting on the sidelines will actually decline in value. There's simply no way to mitigate risk entirely. Embrace the volatility and understand that in the long term, the market does tend to go up. The good years outnumber the bad, both in frequency and in magnitude. Follow these steps year in and year out, and you too could simply, but perhaps not easily, but simply become a 401k millionaire. Remember, it's not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. Get invested and stay invested. So the secrets to becoming a 401k millionaire? Enroll right away. Make it automatic. Make sure to capture the free money. Be disciplined and accept some risk. In reality, a lot of these secrets are really just common sense. Building wealth takes time, it takes patience, and just a little bit of strategy. What are your secrets to becoming a 401k millionaire? Leave your thoughts in a comment down below. I post new videos every single week. If you got anything at all out of this one, please give it a like. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Or if you know of someone who might get something out of this type of content, please consider sharing. I'll see you soon. Bye.